सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। हरि ओम। As usual, let us start with a subhashita. Very well-known idiom. Idiom is well-known, but the subhashita we are seeing for the first time. Let us read. Please repeat after me. Chintaniya hi vipadam adaveva pratikriya न कूपखननं युक्तं प्रदीप्ते वह्निना गृहे। टुगेदर। चिन्तनीया हि विपदाम् आदावेव प्रतिक्रिया न कूपखननं युक्तं प्रदीप्ते वह्निना गृहे। All right. What is the shloka telling? Simple. Let us try to understand the meaning. For some of you, the meaning will already be clear. Some of you, let us see. Chintaniya. Chintaniya should be thought of. Chintana should be done. Chintana should be done. Should be thought of. Vipadam pratikriya. आदौ एव चिंतनीय। विपदाम, of the calamities, of the difficulties. Pratikriya. Pratikriya means kriya, action. Pratikriya. Either you say reaction, solution. Adau eva. Before itself, chintaniya should be thought of. Solution for the calamities should be thought of before itself. Okay? Not when the calamity arises. Why? That time there won't be sufficient time for us to do. So to explain this, there is an example given in the second line, which is well-known example. For Indian culture, this is a well-known example. What is it? Na koopa khananam yuktam. Koopa means well. Khananam means digging. Koopa khananam na yuktam. Digging the well is not apt, not correct. When vannina pradipte grihe. When the house, griha, is on fire, pradipta is engulfed vannina by fire. See, this idiom we have heard from our childhood, yes or no? In all our regional languages, this idiom is there. Everywhere it is there. What? When the house is on fire, there is no point in digging the well. Yeah, we use it in our everyday life also. When somebody doesn't do some work at proper time and then asks, shall I do now? Then you say this thing. What? There's no point in doing it now when the already calamity has come. Be prepared. That is the whole point. That is what it all comes from Sanskrit. This is where it comes from. Na kupa khananam yuktam pradipte vannina grihe. Pradipte grihe vannina. So pradipte means that which has caught. Let us see the meaning, we will understand. Vipadam pratikriya, solution for calamities. Adau eva hi chintaniya, should be thought of before itself. Vannina pradipte grihe, when the house is lit by fire, kupa khananam na yuktam, digging well is not correct. Correct? That much time is not there. So be prepared. Okay? Putting the whole thing together, solution to a problem should be thought of before the calamity. It is not right to start digging the well when the house has caught fire. This particular kind of usage, earlier also we had seen in Saptami Vibhakti, we had called it Sati Saptami Prayoga. Do you remember Sati Saptami Prayoga? When the Saptami Vibhakti is used for indicating time. Generally, Saptami Vibhakti is used to indicate the place where it is happening, Adhikarana. Correct? Now here Pradipte Grihe, and I had told at that time also, generally there will be two or more words to indicate that there is Sati Saptami Prayoga. Pradipte Grihe, when the house is lit, Vannina, by fire. When the time is indicated by Saptami. Okay? Alright. Nothing more to add, we all understand the significance of this, right? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. All these kind of idioms are also there in English. There is no point in regretting. बाद में क्या पछताना जब चिड़िया चूक गई खेत. What is the point in repenting later when already the calamity has struck? Right? So be prepared for the calamity before the calamity arises. Alright, let us chant the verse again and then we will go forward. Together. Chintaniya hi vipadam adaveva pratikriya nakupa khananam yuktam pradipte vanhina grihe. Alright, chalo. Let us go back to our topic. In the last session, we did little bit of understood the pratyahara once again. We also went through the classification of Sandhi and we did the first Sandhi rule. We understood the first rule of Ach Sandhi. Ach Sandhi is Swara Sandhi. What is that rule? Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. What is the actual rule in Panini Ashtadhyayi? Akas Savarne Dirgha. Please repeat. Akas Savarne Dirgha. What do you mean by Akas Savarne Dirgha? We saw Vritti also from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. Akas Savarne Achi Pare Dirgha Ekadesha Syat. Akaha. I hope you remember now. Akaha for the ak. In place of ak. Savarne achipare, when followed. Again here you see Sati Saptami Prayoga. Savarne achipare, all three are in Saptami Vibhakti. When followed, para. When followed by Savarna ach, same vowel. When ak is followed by same vowel, dirgha ekadesha syat, in place of both, there will be one single letter coming in and that is dirgha. Dirgha, the elongated vowel. So, in terms of formula, ak plus savarna is equal to dirgha. Ak plus savarna is equal to dirgha. Making this formula little more inclusive or explanatory, ak means what? A or E or U or R. L is not valid here because it doesn't have dirgha. When that A, E, U, R is followed by savarna A, E, U, R, Means what? When a is followed by a, e is followed by e, u is followed by u, or r is followed by ru. It is not other way around. A followed by e, u, r, this formula will not work. This sutra will not work. Right? So, a, e, u, r followed by savarna a, e, u, r. Then the answer is dirgha, a, e, u, r respectively. So, for the four vowels where dirgha is possible, for the four vowels where dirgha is possible means the only four vowels which have rasva and dirgha both, combination of rasva and dirgha, combination of rasva and rasva will, combination of dirgha and dirgha will create dirgha. Again, to expand this formula further, we said a or a plus a or a is equal to a. E or e plus e or e is equal to e. U or u plus u or u will be u. R or r plus r or r is r, dirgha. Okay. Some of the examples: a plus a plus a, Brahma asmi, Brahmasmi. A plus a, Jiva plus Atma, Jivatma. A plus a, Pratishtha aham, Pratisthaham. A plus a, Vidya alayah, Vidyalayah. Similarly for E, Kavi plus Indraha, E plus E becomes Kavindraha, Dirgha E. Pashyati plus Ishwaraha, Pashyatishwaraha. Mahi plus Ishaha, Mahishaha. Bhanu plus Udayaha, Bhanudayaha. Vadhu plus Utsahaha, Vadhutsahaha. And Pitru plus Rinam, Pitrunam. R plus R is R, Dirgha R. Okay? Up to here, okay? Alright. Let us see the examples. Did you get time to solve this? Did you get time to solve this? Yes? Okay. So let us, I will solve one or two, okay? Then we will understand how it is done. Alright. So alpa plus aparadha. Now here what is happening? See, alpa plus a. This is alpa plus a. Okay. So alp a plus a paradha. This is where the sandhi is happening. Correct? Correct? So a is followed by a. Now see, akas savarne dirgha. Savarna is there? Yes. A is part of ak? Yes. So what will happen? In place of both, dirgha will come. What will come? A will come. Join alpaparadha. Alpaparadha. Clear how it is done? Not that every time we have to do like this. We can directly also do, but I am just showing what exactly is happening. Let us see now. Splitting also one I will explain. Vishnupadeshaha. Vishnupadeshaha. Where is dirgha? See, while joining, what did we do? We added to make dirgha. So while splitting, what we will have to do? That dirgha we will have to split. Correct? So where is dirgha? U is dirgha. So what it will be? Vishnu. Dirgha u padeshaha. Vishnu u plus de padesha. Vishnu padesha. One word I am just splitting it. Now this U has to be divided. Please pay attention little bit pay attention. This can be divided in 4 ways. Am I right? U plus U also will become Dirgha. U plus Dirgha U will also become. U plus U will also become, and U plus U will also become. Correct? But we know the word. Vishnu is Dirgha or Rasva? Rasva. Therefore, here it has to be Rasva. What is the word now? Next one, if you separate out Vishnu, then what remains? Upadesha. Is it Upadesha or Upadesha? It is Upadesha. So here, both Rasvas are coming together, and therefore, we have Vishnu plus Upadesha. Correct? Correct? Okay, one more I will solve one more. Rasaswadaha. Rasaswadaha, 12th one I am solving. Now carefully note. We have to find first what is Dirgha. Where is Dirgha? Correct? Sa is also Dirgha, Swa is also Dirgha. Okay? But we know Rasa is the word that we want to get finally, isn't it? So we are going to split this A. This we are going to split. Again here we have 4 options. 2 options here, 2 options here. First word we know Rasa. That means A is there. First word we know. Now second word, whether it is Aswadaha or Aswadaha. It is Aswadaha, taste. Veji, why it is not Aswadaha? There is no such word Aswadaha. It can be there. Aswada means no taste. But Rasa is in opposition of that. So there has to be Aswadaha. Rasa plus Aswadaha. Are you understanding? Please note, just because there is Swa here, which is also Dirgha, we can't break like this. Rasaswa plus Adaha. Every Dirgha is not to be broken. Why? Because Veji, but Rasaswa plus Adaha also becomes Rasaswadaha. No, Rasaswadaha. Rasaswa plus Adaha. No. Why? Because number one, there is no word called Rasaswa. There is no word called Adaha. You can't break just like that anywhere. Even within the word, at least two Pratipadika should be there. It should make sense. Then only we are using. Correct? I hope you are understanding this. So every time there is Dirgha doesn't mean it is to be split. Is it clear? Alright, chalo. So, now that you have already solved all these things, let us see the answers. You have solved, right? Alright. What are the answers? Alpa plus aparadha, alpaparadha. Check whether you have written correctly. If not, correct it. Alpa plus aparadha, alpaparadha. Shri plus Ishaha, Shrishaha. Shri plus Ishaha, Shrishaha. Dirgha E plus Dirgha E also will give rise to Dirgha E. Shrisha. Matru plus Riddhihi, Matrudhihi. Dirgha R is written twice. Those half circles twice they are made. Matrudhihi. Guru plus Upasadanam, Guru Upasadanam. Dirgharu. Guru Upasadanam. Raswaru for Ra will be written in a different way. I hope this is also known. This is Raswa. This is Dirgha. For Ra, this is how we write. Rasva Rikara, Dirgha Rikara. Okay? Alright. Daitya plus Arihi, Daityarihi. Daityarihi. Asti plus Idam, Astidam. Astidam. Kavi plus Ishwaraha, Kavishwaraha. Kavishwaraha. Madhura plus Ashtakam, Madhurashtakam. Okay? Anyways, we are seeing the words. Let us understand the meanings also. What is Alpa? Aparadha means? Aparadha, crime or a bad action. Alpa is small. Alpa aparadha, I have done a small mistake. So you see now Alpa aparadha, when it comes, the moment you split it in your mind, Alpa aparadha, the meaning becomes simple. Otherwise the word will appear long. Alpa aparadha, what is this Alpa aparadha? Alpa aparadha, small mistake. Shri Ishaha, Shri Ishaha. Have you heard this word Shri Ishaha? Nowadays people keep their children's name also Shrisha. What is this Shrisha? Shri is Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi is Shri. Ishaha, Lord of Mahalakshmi. Who is Vishnu Bhagavan? Vishnu Bhagavan's name is Shrisha. Shrida, Shrisha, Srinivasa, Srimati, Srimatam Varaha. Shrikara, Shreyo, Shreyam. Remember Vishnu Sahasranam? Shrida, Shrisha. Second in that verse. Shrisha, Mahavishnu. Matru Riddhi. Riddhi means, what we can say Riddhi? I am not finding the correct English word, but it is something like material prosperity. The blessing that gives material prosperity is called as Riddhi. Riddhi. Okay. Matru, mother. Matrudhi means what? That mother's blessing which has brought material prosperity or good fortune, whatever you want to say. Material prosperity. Okay. Why I am saying material prosperity? Because Riddhi, the other side of it is Siddhi, which is spiritual progress or spiritual prosperity. And we say, no, what happened? Okay, it will start. We generally say, no, that Lord Ganesha has two wives, Riddhi and Siddhi. Riddhi and Siddhi. So one gives material prosperity and another gives. So Riddhi means material prosperity. Matru Riddhi. Matru Riddhi. Matrudhi. Right. Next, Guru Upasadanam. For Vedantis, this word is well known. Guru, teacher. Upasadanam, to approach. Upa means near. Sadanam, to sit. So Guru Upasadana is an important step in in the Vedanta Shastra, isn't it? You first gain sadhana chatushtaya and then you approach the teacher. Swami namaste nataloka bandho karunya sindho patitam bhavabdo, and you tell Guru, I am in a very bad condition, you don't know I am suffering in this. So when we do like that, that is called as Guru Upasadanam. Upasadanam means to approach. So Guru plus Upasadanam, Guru Upasadanam. Guru Upasadanam. Daitya Arihi. Daitya means demons. Arihi, Arihi, Shatruhu, enemy. Arihi means Shatruhu. Mura Arihi, Murari. Remember Murari? Murari. Murari is name of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Mura Arihi. Same. Daitya Arihi, Mura Arihi, Murarihi. Daitya Arihi means the enemy of Daityas. Name of Bhagavan only. Right? Asti idam. Two words. Asti means there is. Idam means this. This is there. Asti idam. This is there. What is there? Something is there. Asti idam. Asti idam. Two independent words are joining together. Kavishwaraha. Kavi plus Ishwaraha. Kavishwaraha. The Lord of all the Kavis. Who is called as Kavishwaraha? Kavishwaraha. Valmiki ji is called as Kavishwara. Okay. Kavishwara means the Lord of all. First Adi Kavi, no? Adi Kavi is called as Kavishwara. In Ramcharitmanas, I think there is one verse right in the beginning where he says Kavishwara Kapishwaro. I am prostrating to two, Kavishwara and Kapishwara. So you see here Kapi. Kapi means monkey. Kapi. So Kapi plus Ishwara, Kapishwara. Who is Kapishwara? Hanumanji. So Tulsidas ji says, I prostrate to Kavishwara and Kapishwara, to Valmiki ji and Hanumanji. Why? Because they are always reveling in the forest of Ramanama. That's why I am prostrating to them. Kavishwara, Kapishwara. Madhura Ashtakam. Ashtakam, set of 8 verses. Ashta means 8. Ashtakam, set of 8. Madhura, Madhura means sweet. So Madhura Ashtakam is the set of 8 verses which are sweet. This is very well known as Madhura Ashtakam is the composition on Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Adharam Madhuram, Vadanam Madhuram, Nayanam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram, Hridayam Madhuram, Kamalam Madhuram, Madhuradipate, Akhilam Madhuram. Everything about that Lord Krishna, Madhuradipati, who was the king of Adhipati, who was the lord of that Mathura, or Madhuradipati, who was the lord of sweetness, everything is sweet. Gopi Madhura, Leela Madhura, Gao Madhura, everything is Madhura, Madhura Ashtakam. Now, let us come back. Vishnu Upadesha. What is Vishnu Upadesha? How to split? Vishnu Upadesha. Upadesha means teaching. Vishnu of Lord Vishnu. So Vishnu Upadesha, teachings of Lord Vishnu. Paramartha. See how many times we have used this word Paramartha. Paramartha, Paramartha, Paramartha. Even in our other languages we use the word Paramartha. Now you see what is the meaning. Parama Artha. Parama, highest. Artha, gain. What you want to achieve. So Paramartha means what? Highest thing that you want to achieve. What is that? That is moksha, liberation. That is called as Paramartha. Okay, Paramartha. Nanyatha. Nanyatha. Na anyatha. Na, not. Anyatha, by any other means. Na anyatha, not by any other means. Nanyatha, not in any other way. Nanyatha. Rasa aswadaha, we have seen rasa aswadaha, tasting of the essence rasa. Dashamiti. Dashami iti. 2 words. Dashami, Dashami means 10th. Iti, thus. Darbhasanam, Darbhasanam, Darbha asanam. Darbha, Darbha is a kind of grass. Asanam is the seat. So the seat of Darbha. darbhasanam. Hotrukaraha. Hotrukaraha. Hotru is a kind of priest. Different kinds of priests are there, no? Hotru is a kind of priest who is expert in Rigveda, etc. Hotrukaraha. His Rikara, the way he chants Rikara, maybe that is the meaning. Hotrukaraha. Hotrukaraha. Okay, clear? Clear? Got it corrected? Most of it was already right. Yeah, you could do it. Very good. Congratulations. Take your right hand up. Take your right hand up and turn it and pat yourself. Well done. First rule of Sandhi is understood. Akassavarne dirgha. Now, let us enter into the second sutra. Second Sandhi is called Yana Sandhi. Yana Sandhi. Let us say the sutra. Iko Yanachi. Please repeat. Iko Yanachi. Iko Yanachi. What is this sutra? We will understand. Iko Yanachi. Now, here, before we enter, see, it is Acha Sandhi because there are two swaras joining together. Ubhaya Sandhi means it can be used inside the word also, outside the word also. Nitya Sandhi, it will happen always, there is no option. And Adesha Sandhi. Can you spot the difference? Difference between the first sutra that we have seen and the second sutra here? That was also Ach Sandhi. That was also Ubhaya Sandhi. That was also Nitya Sandhi. But that was Ekadesha Sandhi. Akassavarne dirgha was Ekadesha Sandhi. Now, Iko Yanachi is Adesha Sandhi. Adesha means replacement will happen, but one letter will replace one letter. Ekadesha, what happened? One letter replaced both. Okay. Now, let us try to understand the meaning. First, we will see the vritti also from Laghu Vakya Vritti, and then, sorry, not Laghu Vakya Vritti, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, and Laghu Vakya Vritti is another text which I have to teach in another 2-3 days. That's why that came, Laghu Vakya Vritti. Not Laghu Vakya Vritti, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. We are studying this. What is that? See, now Iko Yanachi. 3 words are there. Ikaha, Yan, Achi. Ikaha, Yan, Achi. Now, what is this Ikaha? We understood Ikaha is Shashti Vibhakti of Ik. Ik, Shashti Vibhakti is Ikaha. That only will become Iko. How? Visarga Sandhi, when we study, we will understand how it becomes. Achi. Sorry. Achi means Ach Saptami Vibhakti. So now start understanding few things. Okay? Whatever is in Shashti Vibhakti will come first. Purva Pada. Whatever is in Saptami will be called Parapada, Achi Pare. Okay? And whatever is in Prathama Vibhakti is Yan. That is what will happen. That is the result. That is the result. We are trying to understand how to decipher the sutra. So, in technical terms, let me just give me 1 minute. I will explain in technical terms. Shashti Vibhakti, when it is used in Panini's Sandhi rules, it shows sthani, the place where something is going to happen. Sthani. Saptami Vibhakti indicates nimitta. What is the occasion? When will it happen? And Prathama Vibhakti will show what is the change that will happen. Now, you see previous sutra. if you remember, akas savarne dirgha, correct? Akah is Shashti Vibhakti, therefore ak is the Purva Pada. Savarne, Saptami Vibhakti, is the Parapada, Savarna. And then what happened? Dirgha. Dirgha is the result that happened, the action that took place. So in place of, so when ak is followed by savarna, dirgha is what is happening. Shashti Vibhakti, Saptami Vibhakti, Prathama Vibhakti. Understood? Same way here you see now what is happening. Ikaha is Shashti Vibhakti, Purvapada. Achi is ach, Parapada. Yan is Prathama. So yan is going to happen. Oh, now what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? What is yan, etc. is happening? What is happening? Let us see. What is ik? What is ik? I, U, R, and L. Ayun, Rluk. Earlier it was ak. Therefore we had included a. I, U, R. Remember? Now here it is ik. Therefore we are starting from I. I, U, R, L. Earlier there was dirgha, therefore we had ignored L. But here there is no dirgha, so we can include L. Now what is it saying? When I, U, R, L is followed by ach. Ach means any swara. Right? Any swara. But there is a problem. What is the problem? If, careful, if it is followed by same swara, then the previous rule will happen. This rule will not happen. Isn't it? So, what I am going to write? I am going to write asavarna ach. Asavarna means not the same. Any other ach will do. Ach means swara. Any other swara. Asavarna means any other. So when I, U, R, L is followed by any other swara, careful, any other means not itself. I should not be followed by I. U should not be followed by U. R should not be followed by R. Any other swara, if it follows, if it is followed by, then what will happen? Yan. This is Adesha Sandhi. Adesha Sandhi means one thing, one letter is replaced by another letter. Not both are not replaced. So which one will replace? Sthani will get replaced by yan. Ikaha yan syat. Slowly understand. What is this saying? Ikaha yan achipare. What is it saying? When ik is followed by ach. Ach is any swara, but already one rule we have seen where if ik is followed by ik, what will happen? Dirgha will happen. So any other swara, if it follows, then ik will change to yan. This is the sutra. This is the sutra. Let us see in Sanskrit if we understand. Ikaha sthane, in place of ik, yan syat, yan will be there. When? Achi samhitayam vishaye, when it is followed by any other swara. When ik is followed by any other swara, ik will be replaced by yan. Now what is yan? What is yan? Go back to Maheshwara Sutra. Hayavarat lan. So ya, va, R or L. Okay. Technically, what is the sutra saying? Sutra is telling if E, U, R, L is followed by any other swara, then that will change to Ya, Va, Ra, La. Okay? Up to here is okay? Ikasthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishaye. In place of ik, yan will be there when followed by a savarna ach. This much is okay? This much is okay? Alright. Now, in place of which exactly what will come? Go respectively. Right now it is respectively. Actually there are rules which will govern in place of what should come. But for us we don't have to worry. Why? In place of E, Ya will come. In place of U, Va will come. In place of R, Ra will come. And in place of L, La will come. Okay? So E, when followed by any other swara, will change to Ya. U plus any other swara except U anything else, then U will change to Va. R followed by any other swara, it will change to Ra. And L followed by any other swara, it will change to La. That is why Yan is called Antasthaha. We called it as semi-vowels. You remember? This is the connection. This is the connection between vowels and semi-vowels. If you remember Kavi Shabda, Kavi, Ikaranta Pullinga Kavi Shabda. Kavihi, Kavi, Kavayah, Ya came. In place of E, Ya came. Kavayah, Prathama Bahuvachan. Kavaye, Chaturthi Ekvachan. Remember? Why? Because E and Ya are connected. And Guru Shabda, Ukaranta Pullinga Guru Shabda. Guruhu, Guru, Guravah. See? Prathama Bahuvachan, Va came. In place of U, Va came. Can you see this? In place of U, Va came. Gurave Namaha. Chaturthi Ekvachan also, Va. Va. This Ikaranta, this Ukaranta. Can you see this? Same way. Pitru Shabda. Pitru Shabda, remember? Pita. Pitarau. Pitaraha. Pitaram. Can you see that? Everywhere in place of R, R has come. And in place of L, L comes. Okay? Up to here is okay? Up to here is okay? Now please note. What? In Akassavarne Dirgha, we said Ekadesha is happening. What do you mean by Ekadesha is happening? In place of both the letters, one Dirgha letter is coming. So A plus A or A plus A or A is equal to A. Is equal to A. Here, that is not happening. Only in place of the first letter, Purvapada, another letter is happening. What happens to the Parapada? It remains same. It will remain same. So, if E is followed by a. Let us take for example, if E is followed by a, is this rule applicable? How do you know is this rule applicable? Ikah sthane. Is there ik? Yes. Achi. A savarna ach should be there. Is it there? Yes. Then what is the sutra telling? In place of E, ya will come. In place of E, ya will come. What will happen to a? A will be as it is. Answer will be ya. In place of E, ya is coming. Not in place of both. In place of E, U, R, L, ya, va, ra, L is coming. The parapada, the next swara will remain as it is. Clear? That's why this is Adesha Sandhi. Adesha Sandhi means in place of one letter, another letter is coming. Ekadesha means in place of both letters, one was coming. And therefore, while adding, we did like this. And while splitting, we did like this. Remember? Dirgha is split. Two things are added. But here, in place of one, another letter is coming. Paraswara, parapada or pararupa will remain same. Ikah sthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishaye. Ikah sthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishaye. Iko yanachi. Okay? Okay? Once if you study Sandhis according to these sutras, no, you will never forget Sandhi. In your life, you will never forget. If you have to keep remembering what happens when, it's a lot of confusion. But that sutra is there, that sutra will trigger the entire logic. Akas savarne dirgha, ak plus ak, savarna ak, it will become dirgha. So, a or a plus a or a, e or e or e, u or u, r or r. Iko yanachi, ikasthane, e u r l, yanasyat, yavaral, achi, when followed by any other ach. Clear? Okay? Okay? Alright, let us see how in terms of formula etc. we are writing. Ikah sthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishay. So, what is the actual sutra? Please repeat after me. Iko yanachi. Iko yanachi. Iko yanachi. What is the vritti? Ikasthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishaye. Ikasthane yan syat achi samhitayam vishaye. So what is the sutra telling? Ikah, Shashti Vibhakti is indicating sthana. In place of ik, yan, Prathama Vibhakti will come. Yan syat, Prathama Vibhakti will come means whatever is in Prathama will come. Yan syat. When achi samhitayam vishay, when followed by ach. In other terms, in other way, if you want to see, Iko yanachi is the general rule for ik. Iko yanachi is the general rule for ik. And the sutra that we studied before, Akasavarne Dirgha, is a special rule. This sutra is telling, in place of ik, yan will come when followed by any swara. General rule. Then that Akasavarne Dirgha comes and says, but if it is followed by same swara, then yan will not come, Dirgha will come. Ekadesha. So, putting it in mathematical formula, ik plus asavarna ach. Then what will happen? In place of ik, yan will come and asavarna ach will remain as it is. Single adesha, not ekadesha. This is adesha only. So, in place of ik, yan has come. In other way, e, u, r, l followed by any other swara, then this e, u, r, l is changing to yavaral. That's why I have put this in bracket. And I have changed the sign to change. Not equal to sign. Only ik is changing to yan. This, nothing is happening. Clear, clear, clear. Further explaining, when followed by any other swara, Purva Rupa is changing. So, E or E will change to Ya. U or U will change to Va. R or R will change to Ra. And L will change to La. When followed by any other swara. What will happen to that other swara that is following? Nothing will happen. It will be as it is. It will remain. Only in place of the first one, yan will come. Example. Prati plus ekam. Prati plus ekam. Carefully, slowly see. There is no hurry. Don't get worked up. Everything will be fine. Prati. How do I write prati? Prat E plus A ekam. Where is the Sandhi happening? Sandhi is happening between E and A. E and A. See whether it is following here. Is it ik? E is part of ik? Yes. Is it followed by any other swara? Yes. It is not followed by E, and A is not a Vyanjana. A is swara only. So when E is followed by any other swara, what happens? In place of E, Ya will come. In place of E, Ya will come. What will happen to this A? Nothing will happen. It will be as it is. Ya plus A, Ye. Half ta is already there. Pratyekam. Pratyekam. Are you understanding how it happened? Same way here you see Nadi, E, followed by A savarna swara. E will change to Ya. Nad, Ya, Nadya plus A, Nadyatra. Nadyatra. What is this? Na, Da, Ya, A, Tra. This Ya has come in what place? In place of Dirgha E. Clear, 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 clear. Nadi plus Atra, Nadyatra. Nadi plus Atra, what do you mean? Prati ekam, pratyekam means every. Ekam is one. Prati means every single. Every single is pratyekam. Nadi, river. Atra here. Here there is river. Pratyekam. Okay. Next one. Iti plus asti, ityasti. Iti plus asti, ityasti. How? E has changed to Ya. Ya plus a, Ya. Complete Ya. Ityasti. Asti plus eva, astyeva. Astyeva. What is happening here? Sa half, ta half, E. That E is changing to Ya. Why? Because it is followed by asavarna ach. And then that A is there. Sa, ta, Ya, A. Stye. Astyeva. 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 Okay. Now here is the brilliance you see now. Veji, where is brilliance? We can't see brilliance. See the brilliance. The moment you start saying astyeva, it is already sounding like astyeva. Astyeva, pratyekam, 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 pratyekam. Nadyatra, nadyatra. Can you hear? So it is not just anything he is doing. He has chosen Ya in place of E. Just for fun, listen. The sutra is just saying that in place of ik, yan will come. There is no word respectively used. The sutra doesn't say respectively. So how to determine in place of E only ya is coming? Why not va, la? In place of E, why only ya is coming? Why not va, la? In place of u, why only va is coming? Why not ya, la? So another sutra in other place, Panini has written, where it says sthanentara. It is according to sthana. What sthana? The sthana of origin. All the letters have got place of origin. Have got place of origin. Now what is being decided? The place of origin for E and ya is same. Talu. Ichu yashanam taluhu. Ritu rashanam murdha. Upu padmaniyanam oshtha. U, I am using lips. Va, I am using lips. E, ya, both coming from talu. Talu means inside, on top of mouth. R, both are having murdha. Latu lasanam dantyah. I am touching the tongue to the teeth while pronouncing both L and L. I am touching the tongue to the teeth. So it is not just randomly he is saying. This is what makes Sanskrit perfect language. One thing is there are rules, and second thing is the rules are absolutely logical. Not randomly any rule. Panini has not made just like that. First of all, Panini is not creating language. Panini is just pointing out to us the rules that are already existing in the language. So Panini is actually the one who is showing us logic. You see this rule, you know, this is like this. So the moment I say ityasti, it sounds like ityasti. Ityasti. Why? Because E and ya are coming from the same place. Same way you take the forward also. Manvantaram. Manvantaram. So U followed by a, U changes to va plus a manvantaram. Have you heard this word before, manvantara? Yeah, in Puranas etc. Manvantara comes. Correct? What is manvantara? Manu antara. Antara means time span of Manu. Manu is, according to Puranic creation, Manu is the first human being. Therefore, human beings are called as Manavaha. So, Manvantaram means what? The time span of one Manu. Vadhu Agamanam. Vadhu, what is Vadhu? Vadhu is bride. Agamanam, entry of the bride. Vadhvagamanam. U is changing to U, dirgha U is changing to va and a. Vadhvagamanam. A is pararupa as it is. Vadhvagamanam. Pitru ichha, pitricha. R is changing to ra and then e. So pitri, pitricha. Pitricha, wish of my father. Pitricha. R changes to ra and then e. Pitricha. Same. Ghasl. This is actually l. Okay. This is not. This is this l. In typing etc. This l is rarely used. Earlier also I had told you. One swara which we rarely, extremely rarely use, that is this. But because it is there in the sutra, we are using it. I am just showing you. So half sa followed by l. L is the swara. Ghasl adeshaha, ghasladeshaha. L, it changes to l. L changes to l. Ghasladeshaha. Okay. Ikasthane yanasyat achi samhitayam vishaye. All right. Please note down the exercise. I'll give you some time, note down the exercise, solve it, and then we will continue in the next class. I'll give you 2 minutes just to note it down, then we'll conclude with Purnamada. Alright? Alright. Finished? Finished writing? Answers you can do it later. In the next session, we will see the answers and how they are. Okay. Important Sandhi rule. Therefore, we will probably solve every single one. Okay. Sandhi we are going to go slow. I told you. In Shastra, the most important to understand Shastra, Sandhi is most important. Once you do Sandhi, then all other things will become clear. First step. First step. Alright, let us conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.